Hey, welcome to the 2015 Indian Motorcycle Party at Sturgis. I'm Mike Wolf. I'm the host for this exclusive VIP event. Come on, let's have a look around. Look at these. The beautiful two-tone paint is classic. These remind me of the kind of bikes I saw when I was a kid. Inside this box is what everybody came to see. You already know what's in it, but no one else does. Here it is, the Wall of Death. This has been a part of motorcycle history for 100 years. If you've never seen it before, it's gonna blow your mind. All right, here we go. We're about ready to get this party started. The VIPs and press are excited to see the new Indian bike. You guys sit back and enjoy the show.
Good evening. My name's Scott Unveiled, Chairman and CEO of Polaris. Pretty darn sure I've got the best job in the world. Tonight, we're excited to be back a year after unveiling the Indian brand, bringing it back to life, and I think it's been a wonderful year. I could not possibly be more excited. So with that, let the show begin.
Fire it up, boys. Let's make some noise.
Throw it up from the back to the front, if you would, please. High-flying motorcycle madman. We're here defying death and gravity. So you don't have to run, but you do have to hurry along. It's showtime right now.
Long before anyone ever heard of drag racers or stock car drivers, there were bikers riding the Wall of Death. These were America's first extreme athletes. They not only rode on this 15-foot vertical wall, they entertained on it. Riders performed daring acrobatic maneuvers, tricks and stunts of every kind, exhibiting unprecedented balance and control. The Wall of Death became a phenomenon, as did the motorcycle chosen to go up against it, Indian Scout. Scout's design was innovative, its craftsmanship far ahead of its time, its performance like nothing else. Scout gained fame in hill climbs, flat track, land speed, and endurance racing. Its reputation went global, as Scout served with distinction on the battlefields of World War II. No matter how far Scout traveled, it never stopped running circles around other motorcycles on the Wall of Death. To the crowd, the bike on the wall could be anything. To riders, Indian Scout became the bike all others were measured against, on and off the wall. Now, that singular masterful example of American craftsmanship is returning, once again the product of forward thinking, true to its heritage of innovation, ready to bring legendary balance and control to the open road. Introducing quintessential American style in a sophisticated mid-size ride. The new 2015 Indian Scout.
What you see right here is the first time that a Scout has actually been launched in over 70 years. Since we've launched Indian almost a year ago, there hasn't been a day that's gone by that someone hasn't said, when are we going to get an Indian Scout? Well, today's that day. Now we're going to walk over to the world-famous Wall of Death and see a Scout in action.
Boys and girls, come on over, come on down. Gather up, gather around. We're doing it right here, folks. We're giving it up to you. Adrenaline and G's. Come on over and see it for yourself. It's live daredevils right on the side of a straight up and down board wall. It's America's original extreme motorcycle thrill show, and it's happening right here, right now. We're going to drop the chains and let you on up. It's showtime at the Wall of Death. A big round of applause for the Daredevil J. How about that, ladies and gentlemen? Cyclone Wheeler. By Death and Gravity with 4 wheels on the wall.
15, wall bike. I'm standing in the wall of death with Roland Sands. He's sitting on the new Indian Scout custom wall of death. Are you feeling it?
I'm absolutely feeling it. Yeah, this bike's insane. 500 pounds, 100 horsepower. In my head, that just says fun all the way around. Exactly what I would build. So I'm like, I don't even have to build one of these. It's already done. You know that Indian has such an incredible story, and they always built bikes that were, you know, I hate to say it, but they're better than Harley Davidson's. And they were always like a little bit more high performance, a little more high end. So to see Indian come back and take on that same thought process, it's killer.
You guys absolutely nailed it. The big question I have for you is, what inspired you to want to bring the Indian Scout back into the line?
Well, I mean, if you look at the history of the brand, there was no better bike that represented what Indian meant than the Scout. I mean, from racing to shows to riding to the war efforts, I mean, the Indian Scout stood for everything. And we always knew we were going to do it, and we put a lot of energy and effort to be able to bring it back only a year after bringing the original Chiefs back to the brand, and it's thrilling.
This is your real estate, okay? Sturgis is your real estate. United States is your real estate. The world is your real estate. You guys are taking over.
This is our rightful home in Sturgis. This is Indian's rightful home to be here in Sturgis, and we just love being here. We take the stewardship of the Indian brand extremely seriously. We love to see how it feels, like you said, how the people really react to it, and what was the history, the strong history, and bring it forward into our bikes today. And the Scout is just another example of doing that.
I want to bring up a special guest that's here. Mark Wahlberg, Indian fan, Massachusetts guy. I mean, you kind of grew up around the brand a little bit. I mean, it seems like it's part of your DNA a little bit.
Well, there was a gentleman who lived down the street from us who owned an Indian Scout motorcycle. And every single weekend when the sun was shining, he would pull it out of his garage and he would shine it and polish it and armor all the leather. And I said, you know what? That was my inspiration. I was going to own one of those bikes one of these days. That was my motivation. And you know what? Now I'm going to have one of those shiny bad boys in my garage.
Thanks a ton for joining Indian Motorcycle and me at Sturgis. It was a hell of a party. We've got a sweet ride. You guys got a backstage pass to what's going on in mid-size bikes. I'm going to take this one out of here. You guys have a good night. See you on the road.